Hi, this is Paul Hamilton. This trike, my personal trike, I've flown it for a little over a year. It's got about 200 hours on it right now. This is for sale. So I'm going to go over with you all the details of this so you can see if this is the right trike for you. First off, we'll just take a look at the wing as we go around it. Okay, so here I've got my camera mount and a little audio cable that plugs into the camera here, and this goes back, and this audio cable, I'll show you a little bit later, that plugs into our system for the awesome sound we get with this. And going around the wing here, of course we can see it's a topless. It fits very well in the hangars, a lot faster. Let's see. And we've got our antenna mounted up there. Looking at our wing, great condition. Here's a little piece. This is put on to counteract the drag of the camera so the wing flies straight. One of the things that's interesting about this wing, it's got a detached surface here so that the top and the bottom are not attached. This allows it, this is one of the reasons that the Revo S is so good at handling, is because it with these detached you can get a better shifting of the sail for much better handling. Plus it's nice too because you can look right inside of here. And going around the front of it here, beautiful condition, nice color, very visible. And we'll look at the wing undersurface here. Get a good look at that. Okay, now of course this wing is set up for training. So one of the nice things is it's easy to get in and out of here. And from back here, I've got full control of the wing. I've also got a nice throttle control here that can be used. And I've also got ground steering here, and I'll show you the ground steering, how that works. And of course, one of the things that's really nice about this Revo and this particular trike is that it's got a deck here, you can stand on it, easy to get in and out of. And as far as when I have people in the back here, I take these pegs off so their feet can fit very nicely, right like that. But of course, when I'm in the back, I'm going to want foot steering. So we simply install our pedals here on both sides, so we'll have ground steering. And if you notice, now I've got complete ground steering from the back here. Okay, now as you can see, we've got quality materials here. Here's our gas pedal. Got our foot steering. Super heavy duty front forks here. The nice thing here is if I want to put someone in with longer legs, I can easily adjust the foot pedals. There they are. They're for longer legs. Bring that back for shorter legs. So this makes it really quick and easy to accomplish really good comfort for the person, whether you're short or whether you're tall. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the panel here. Here we've got our Enigma panel, and this panel is actually hooked right into the radio. So we've got a moving map on our panel here, as well as of course, since our engine's not running, our oil pressure lights on there warning us of that. And we've got our GPS map attitude indicator. We've got our old steam gauges here. As soon as this gets the GPS reading, it's going to show us our horizon. And we can go in and with this Enigma integrated with a radio, you can go in and find your nearest airports. It changes the frequencies. Very, very handy. We've got our foot throttle, and then of course this is our foot throttle, and then of course this is our throttle if we want to lock that. That's full throttle right there, and this is like your cruise throttle. Choke is right here. We can see this is our electric trim for going fast and for going slow. Integrated radio here, and here's our audio. This hooks into the GoPro camera, so you can get audio directly here. Now we can see, of course, we've got our horizon there shown. Transponder. Now this is not, I'm not selling this transponder with the aircraft. However, transponder will be really easy to add if you want that. Okay, and we've got all of our switches and panels down here. I've transferred this over to heat. We've got our strobes, navs, heat, avionics, auxiliary fuel pump, 12 volt, our plug-ins here. And then I'll show you what I did with my iPad right here. Now what I did here is, I've got a nice, I like a full-size iPad. Put that right in here. That way, even though I've got a moving map, I like to have all the current airport and current charts here, so I'm legal to fly. So I've got a nice iPad mount right here. It works out great. That in combination with the panel here, I always like to fly cross country with 2 GPSs, so that gives me that capability right there. Okay, let's walk around and look at some of the other things on this Trike here. If we notice here, we've got a sight gauge here, and I've actually got this calibrated for gallons. I put in a gallon, marked a gallon, put another gallon, marked a gallon, so we got it all the way up here. So I know exactly how much fuel is right here. Okay, so here we can see our throttle and back. I've ended up putting a little push-to-talk switch here so that I've got everything right here. I know exactly where that is. My push-to-talk plus the throttle for in the back. And we can notice back here is our fuel filler. And we're noticing here also we've got our strobe and nav lights. And let's go ahead and look at the our engine components here. Okay, here we can see we got the 912S ULS, which is the 100 horsepower. We've got our EGT probes right here. And we've got our exhaust here that's custom made here, so it looks nice, sounds nice, blends right in here. Our oil filter here. And of course our Sensenich Prop. Beautiful prop. Now this is nice here too if you want to change your oil, look at your oil. We can just get right in here. Really simply bring that out. Check our oil. Back in. And a really simple operation for that. And plus you can, this cover comes off here so you can get in and take this whole thing off very easily and check everything out from the inside. This also does have an oil thermostat down here. So for warming up, it warms up real fast by shutting off the flow to the oil cooler. Now that's an extra that is put on typically on all Revo Trikes. So we're going to look at what we got under here. Okay, now underneath here, this is our fuel checker for our gas collator. We've also got a fuel checker here for the bottom of the fuel tank. So we got two fuel checkers here, which adds additional safety here. Okay, and down here we've got our oil breather line and our fuel vent line. This line right here, if you want to drain the oil, you just move a valve and your oil comes right out here. Very, very easy to drain and maintain. Okay, on the left side here, we've got our fuel shutoff valve, our parking brake, so we push on the brake and move that like that, and that gives us a parking brake. We've got our kill switch, so from the back here, I can actually kill the engine by just moving that up. If I want to start the engine, I can start it by pushing on the button here. And our ballistic recovery chute handle, which can be reached from the back here, as well as the front here. One handle does it for front and back. And with this ballistic chute, you pull this handle, this rocket right here fires out, pulls the parachute out to full line stretch, and then of course here you end up going and hanging exactly from your center of gravity here on top, so that you all come down as one big happy family level. So that's your ballistic parachute operation there. Now some of the other options we have here are of course the full engine enclosure, which makes the person in the back very, very comfortable. Nice seat, cleans up the engine. At the same time, we've got the tall windshield. So you notice your windshield here goes all the way up and keeps the person in the back very comfortable, as well as, of course, the person in the front. And we're going to look down here. We've got this provides a little air inflow in here, but during the winter I block this off so that the heating coming from the oil cooler up through here really keeps this cockpit and your feet warm in here. But of course you want to open that in the summer to allow airflow. And we can see that we've got the Tundra tires. Here's your pitot tube airspeed indicator right here. And we'll take a walk around here. So, here's your slightly used, a little more than a year old, got 200 hours on it right now, Trike ready, and let me know if this is the Trike for you.